Well, everyone, we are going to wrap up the evening's festivities with a division manager silver cup. And I couldn't be more excited about what I get to share with you here in the next few minutes in honoring my longtime friend and colleague, J. Brad Britton. J. Brad Britton and the Southland Division. In the very early days after I started the Changing Lives, Selling Knives podcast, I had Brad as a guest. And the episode was called To Be a Great Leader, First Be a Good Person. And I think that title says a lot about Brad Britton and who he is. I know of no better person in the world than Brad Britton. His history with us is known by many of you. Brad was my region manager when I was a division manager. Brad was one of the top branch managers the year before I branched. He was the guy I followed around on a company trip asking questions and wanting to learn from. One of my primary mentors in my life. After a 9-year hiatus from Vector, Brad came back to our business in 2014. He came back to our business as the Southland division manager. At that time, Southland had been essentially decimated by a recruiting effort by another company that thought, hey, there's a lot of good Vector people there. Let's go ahead and, pay whatever it takes to take them all. And Brad, took over a division where there wasn't much. There were no managers. There were some great CSPs, the Hans Hiltons and Leah Eliopoulos of the world. But there was really no management to be said there in the Southland organization. Chris Gehring came in, and came back to the business at that point after a very brief hiatus of his own, and Southland began being built. Brad set out on a 5-year mission to build the number one division in the company, and piece by piece, person by person, Southland began to evolve, and it's evolving in the image and likeness of Brad Britton. Good people who are all becoming great leaders. That's who you see on the screen. The category in which Southland won is called the Elite 8 category for divisions. There are 2 division categories, and that category technically counts the top 2 branches and the top 6 DMs in the division. But make no mistake, every member of the team made a difference. We've got a short video that will feature those people who were part of that Elite 8. And as I said, I just want you to know that the stories that aren't told are of all the great Southland members and all the difference that they all made throughout this year, because there's so many great stories that contributed to this incredible division. Check this out. Check out the way this race unfolded. So we've got a little graph for you here, courtesy of the wondrous and amazing Lori Blass. Southland is in the pink or fuchsia, whatever color that is. Virginia division is in blue. Florida Caribbean division in green. Those were the 3 key players throughout most of the year. And we're starting out midway through the year. Virginia has taken a nice lead at over $2 million in sales. Southland and Florida Caribbean, a little bit behind, about 1.7 million, 1.8 million, something like that. At this point, they were probably like Virginia division was first, and their Southland was probably about 6th or so in the standings. And then we get to the end of July, and you can see Florida Caribbean is making a move in the month of July to head on up in the standings. And they are now closing in on Virginia. Southland is elevating up. I don't even know if Southland was number 3 at this point yet. They still might have been number 4 at this point. Then we go to August. Florida Caribbean has now made a move up around $3 million in sales. They're number 1. Virginia is number 2. Southland is in there at number 3 at this point. We head through September. The race tightens up a little bit, but it's still a pretty wide margin. October widens back out a little bit. Virginia or Florida Caribbean and Virginia begin to pick it up. They're pulling away. It doesn't look like Southland's going to make it happen. November, it tightens up again. And with 1 month to go, you can see that Florida Caribbean was at 3.387 million in this category. Virginia was at 3.331. Southland 3.263. $124,000 deficit with 5 weeks to go. Check out those last 5 weeks. December week 1. Oh, they made up a little bit. December week 2. Closed a little tiny bit more. December week 3. Oh, they've almost caught Virginia, but Florida Caribbean is holding on. December week 4. Check that out. It has now nosed into the number 1 spot. Florida Caribbean is just behind them, and at $12,000 back was Southland. Number 3 with 1 week to go in a 3-way race against 2 worthy competitors. What would happen? Well, that is what happened. Southland crushed in the final week to dominate the final standings and win the Silver Cup by what turned out to be a pretty wide margin when you consider how close it was. It's a sliver when you look at the entire year and 12 months. But what an amazing performance by J. Brad Britton and the Southland team. Brad, we've got a short video for you as well here. And we hope you enjoy some of your teammates and their thoughts.
Hey J-Dad, Mad Dog here. I just wanted to say congratulations on the Silver Cup and earning the #1 division in the nation. You are an awesome leader and great work sneaking up behind the competition like a ninja and taking that #1 title. Let's crush 2021. Love you.
Mighty Southland Division. Cheers to an amazing 2020. It has been quite a ride. Thank you so much to J. Brad and the management team, as well as the special ops crew, for getting us to hit that 2020 Silver Cup. Congratulations, you guys. Can't wait to be a record-breaking division for 2021.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emiliano Rodriguez, and I just wanted to congratulate our Silver Cup winners tonight on a special performance put up last year. Let's continue to represent the region in style. Go for a repeat 2021. Huge shout out to Southland Division, by the way. And for everyone else, let's bring back more silver next year.
Even when they counted us out, J-Brad maintained unwavering faith and led us to one of the most epic comebacks of all time. Thanks for your strong leadership and for giving us the freedom to innovate and develop our own programs. Let's double down and bring home 2 this year.
Congratulations, J-Brad, in the Southland Division for your Silver Cup in 2020. Here's to another one in 2021, Southland Silver. Let's go.
Hey Brad, this is Kuval. Wanted to say congratulations on an amazing finish to 2020. The comeback that we made as a team was absolutely phenomenal. We wrote history as a group, and I'm so proud to say that I am under your tutelage, sir. You the man, stay cool.
What is going on, JBB, the legend, the Godfather, Silver Cup Division Manager 2020. From me, of course, Anthony, and the Newport Beach Spartans team, just wanted to congratulate you on a fantastic year. Thank you for the leadership, guidance, and patience you've shown us, and can't wait to run it back here in 2021, and excited for what we're going to build here in the mighty Southland.
Congratulations, J. Brad Britton, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of the mighty Southland Division. You've been a truly motivational and inspirational leader to myself and the rest of our district team, and cheers to the many more Silver Cups still yet to come in the mighty Southland Division.
J. Brad Britton, thank you for being a great coach and mentor and encouraging us to run through the finish line. Feels good to go from 3rd to 1st place the very last week of the year, and it was an awesome experience. Glad to be a part of it.
To my great friend and colleague, Brad Britton, leader of the amazing Southland Division team, congratulations on this incredible Silver Cup. This was one of the most astonishing finishes to a Silver Cup race that I can recall. Your team is unreal, and this championship is deserved. It was earned. Brad, I just watched Tom Brady yesterday qualify for his 10th Super Bowl, and I said to myself, that is a legend in his world. You are a legend in the Cutco world, and I appreciate everything about you. Thank you, congratulations, and enjoy this celebration.
So last January in 2020, we were privileged to, all the wives, we were on the trip, and we got to sit in at the very end of the meeting, and all of you were talking about your goals. And that was January, and I said, Brad's gonna win the Silver Cup. Ask Dave Powders. I went and got the dress, because when you win a Silver Cup, I wear a silver dress. The coolest thing was driving home from Texas for Christmas and pulling over on the side of the road and looking at the standings and kissing like newlyweds, so fired up that you won silver. I love you, and you're awesome.
Brad, we've got one more little quick segment for you as well that we have spliced in here at the 11th hour. So we got a few more seconds here. Let's get that last little piece, Darian.
Good job, Dad. I'm so proud for you.
All right. Sam and Madison and Paulette and all your great colleagues, Brad. It's so positive to see what you have accomplished. Brad has some remarks to be able to wrap up tonight's event. I am so proud to introduce our Silver Cup champion, J. Brad Britton, everyone.
Hey, everybody, that's not fair, that last one. The last one, that last one wasn't very fair. Whoever did that. All right, well, let me see. I got a couple of things to say, I guess. You know, it was a challenge to win a Silver Cup, for sure, but not nearly as challenging as me trying to talk and say what I need to say in like 11 minutes or less. My people that work with me know that that's the biggest challenge here. I will say, Dan hit the nail on the head. He said it was a total team effort, and you know, it wasn't just the people that you saw in the video. You know, Cabal, Anthony, Hans, Stewart, Jeremy, Ron, Emiliano, and Dave. Those are the managers that counted. But everybody rallied, and I'm so proud of every single person. Jessica, NJ, Doug, Edson, and Madison. Even though they knew their CPO didn't count, they still drove the culture. You know, they still had some of their biggest weeks of the year, of the fall especially, and it was really great. And the CSPs that lead the way, they don't even know how much of a difference that they made, because we point to those great things, the Lemasters and the Connor Kellys and the Nate Ferrers and Ruben Valdez and Leah Eliopoulos and all the strings and the things that they do. We really leverage that, you know, and it all matters. And of course, for this year, it's no secret we're going for two of these things, and everybody's going to count. You know, even people that we deploy outside of our division is going to make a difference. So I just want to say thanks. You know, I'm really grateful and really proud of that. There's two people I'm going to say thanks to that maybe will be a surprise. I don't know, but I want to say a special thanks to Marianne Cristales. Marianne did good work in the fall, in the summer, with her phone jam excellence. I don't even know what else to call it, but just creating something and being so excited about winning. That was a big deal. And the other one, this will be it. You guys ready for it? Chris Guerin. Chris, thanks, man. Most people, well, a lot of people don't know. Some people do know that, you know, Chris was a part of the Southland when I first came back, and it was 2015 we started talking about the Silver Cup. In 2020. That's when we first started talking about it. And Chris, you know, he just has that championship mindset, and he left that mindset in some of our really key people in the division, and it was really great. And every single person who has worn one of these bracelets for a couple of years, and I said, lift them up if you got one, those of you that are here. This bracelet talks about Southland or SL domination, choosing growth, and then in the inside, in the secret part, it just says Southland Silver. And we talked about it, and I said, you can't take it off, not even a shower. Can't take it off until we win. And now I don't want to take it off, take it off ever. So I do have 3 things that I'll share about what champions do. And one thing champions do is champions run to the finish line. Hans said it. I remember I don't know what month it was, probably September, maybe it was end of August, and my amazing wife, Paulette, who was, had to put up with me, coming into my office and being in my office for, 8, 9, 10 hours a day sometimes, and maybe not helping as much around doing other things because we had this thing going, this run to the Silver Cup. And I remember she was talking about maybe getting away for a few days or a weekend or something like that. And I just said, I'm just not really sure if I can do that because I'm going to run to the finish line. I mean, we're way behind, but we're just going to run. We're just going to run all the way. And whether we think we're going to win or not going to win, we're just going to keep running, right? Because we talked about doing this, and why not? And worst thing that happened is we would do more business, do more sales, make more money, have more fun, build more camaraderie than we would have without running to the finish line. So we just decided to run, and that's what champions do. And you've heard people talk about it before today as well. Another thing champions do is they trust process, not feelings. Trust process, not feelings. When you've got a good thing going and you know that the process works, and it has, because a lot of faith comes into play, but we know that this business works, and anybody who can look at it with any kind of objective eye whatsoever, they know that the business works. And there were certain times if I had trusted my feelings in October when that gap, went, and even that first week of December when, we really needed to make up some ground, and we didn't really make up any ground that particular week. And there were several times throughout the year where, I have to admit, I didn't feel like it was going to happen. Okay. But it didn't keep us from running, right? We had to trust the process and trust that we were doing the right things. And managers, if you're a manager here, it takes some time to build some traction. Sometimes, you have training classes, you launch people and you're excited about them. And for some reason, they just don't seem to work very hard, or they don't get any results, or they just don't follow the teaching. And then you got to do it again and again. And then 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 8 weeks of doing it, finally you get a couple of people that get some traction and you leave. But it's all about just the process. And reps that are on here listening, it's the same thing. You can't base your business on how it feels, whether I feel like doing phone time, whether I feel like doing this or feel like doing that. It's all about just understanding and working the process. And then the last thing is champions choose. They choose to follow the process or not. They choose to stay committed to the things that they said they were going to do. They choose their attitude in circumstances. I mean, how many times did we hear it from Joffrey, from Deanna, from Ben, from Kyle? We hear it's about making a decision, and a lot of people think it's this great big decision, the big decision that we're going to do this thing, but it's not. It's not the big decision that matters. It's the little decisions every single day. Every single day, I choose whether to do my best today or whether not to do my best today. I mean, it seems like a very simple concept, but I believe in that. And so we choose how we respond. We choose how we respond to a crazy year. I call 2020 the year of the crazy. It's just, not just even take away the COVID-19 pandemic, it was still a crazy year. Look at the things in our country and around the world for sure. So, but we get to choose, we get to choose, and we don't get to say the word can't, right? I'm not going to do my full-on can't rant for you, but I don't like the word can't. I dislike it. I don't allow people to use it that are close to me because it's a lie. Can't is always a lie. You can't, saying, I can't go to do this thing because I'm doing this other thing. No, you could choose to do either one. You just got to know it's a choice. And to say the word can't makes you a victim. Just to say, I choose to do this instead of this makes you it's empowering. And that little bit of wisdom, or call it whatever you will, can cause great achievements in life, just being able to make sure they choose. So running to the finish line, trusting that process, and the ability to choose. The last couple of weeks in our key staff meetings, we've been talking about the subject of happiness, happiness and joy. You know, what is the difference between happiness and joy and pleasure? And I was doing a lot of reading and reading articles, reading some books on this. And there was a really cool book called The Book of Joy, which is conversations with Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama. We got a lot of good information from that. But there was a poem that came up, and I don't read a lot of poems, but the poem was by John Keats. The poem's called Endymion. And the first line of the poem says, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever," is what it said. And of course it was, talking about joy. And when I think about this silver cup, okay, this one right here, by the way, those of you that have won silver cups before, I think the division silver cup probably is the sweetest of the cups. I've been a part of a few different ones. This number 8 for me, first division cup. And I think it might be the sweetest one, but I don't know. Maybe that's just because it's new to me. But anyway, here I go, going over time. A thing of beauty is a joy forever, is what it said. And I think about this being not a thing of beauty because, it's a pretty trophy and everything, but the beauty that will be a joy forever is, the belief systems that were built, the friendships and the bonding that happened, the thing where people were part of it. Maybe there was a bunch of reps that really rallied, a lot of assistant managers and people who hadn't sold much in like 2 or 3 or 4 months, and they came out and knocked out as much as they could in the month of December. And I just think what's beautiful is the people rallying around the goal, people rallying as a team, having a cause. One of the first quotes that I could be called my own personal quote, I guess, was I remember a long time ago, I said, one person with a cause can conquer an army, but an army with a cause can conquer the world. And that's why I love the Division Silver Cup, because it's more of like an army or a group of people working together. And that's what was beautiful about it. It was a whole heck of a lot of fun, no doubt about it, especially those last several weeks. But all year long was, we had to trust the process and be running as best we could to get to that place, to be able to do that thing that we were able to do in those last few weeks, and how much fun that was. So thank you to all of the Southland people and everybody who encouraged and supported us and helped us build that culture. And I will turn it back over, Dan, to you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Brad. It's an honor to be able to work alongside you and to count you as a colleague, mentor, friend, really all of the above. So great to see. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you have enjoyed this evening. If all you do is you get a good feeling from this and nothing else happens, then we missed the mark. I really want to encourage you, write down your decisions tonight. Write down, what are your decisions? What are the decisions you're making about who you will become, about what you will do, about what you will achieve throughout 2021. Just really want to encourage you to make those decisions and hopefully let that spur you towards all the things that you could become and that you could accomplish in 2021. We have a few last things. First off, region staff, I need the region staff in here, please. I would like to just make sure that you guys get to see our region staff here. That's Darian Romero. That's Lori Blast. Come on in. Len Janelsa. Gilbert, we need you in here, buddy. Yeah, get in here. Get in here. There is Gilbert Gonzalez. This is our region staff. These events wouldn't be possible without the great work that they all put in. Yeah, thank you for the shout out to the region staff. I hear some clapping happening over there. That's great. I really appreciate being able to work with this group. It's got to be the greatest region staff in the history of any region and anything. So there you go. Thank you guys. I appreciate all of you guys and all the hard work that you do. So they are awesome.